In today's video, I will be covering how much I earned for March 2023. I will break down the royalties I got from my top 10 best-selling books, my hardcover books, and I will also compare the figures against March 2022 to see if I am progressing. I will also break down my expenses, including Amazon advertising and my subscriptions. I cannot believe we are in April already. Time is flying this year. I have had a pretty mad March, so that is why I haven't uploaded for a while. There's been a lot of things going on, a lot of parental responsibilities, and for my main job, we just started a new project, so I've been working longer hours and getting in later every morning. My body clock is all over the place from working nights, and that means my sleep is very inconsistent. And when I don't get enough sleep, I don't perform that well and everything suffers. If you're a shift worker, you will know exactly what I mean. It's not all bad though. I have some time booked off from work, and hopefully I can get back into the swing of business. Right, let's jump into the income report. I managed to upload 3 new books in March, which is a lot less than I had planned. These books were 2 logbooks and 1 activity book. My royalties were less than half of what I earned in February, but this was to be expected. I'm expecting my royalties for the next few months to come down a little bit more because April, May normally tends to be my lowest point of the year. So I wouldn't be surprised if my April royalties were around $3,500 to $4,000. My top 10 best-selling books brought me in royalties of $3,203, and that is 55% of my total royalties. These books were a mixture of planners, logbooks, and activity books. My hardcover sales have been pretty high for March. I'm not sure, but I think this may be the best month I've had in terms of hardcover royalties. So let's hope that continues. KDP Champ has a cool feature that lets you compare months against each other, and here are the stats for March 2023 compared to March 2022. This is great if you want to see how well your KDP business is progressing over time. You can see that I have sold 28% more paperbacks than last year. My hardcover sales have increased by 162%, which is massive. My royalties have also increased 41% compared to March 2022, but by far the most important figure is the net royalties, and that is royalties minus ad spend. As you can see, my net royalties are up by 52% from last year, which is fantastic. And I think it's important to zoom out a bit when assessing your progress. Some people get disheartened when their royalties are less than the previous couple of months, but if they zoomed out and compared from year to year, they might be surprised to see that they are making good progress. Next, we can take a look at which marketplaces my books have sold in. You can see that my 2 biggest marketplaces are the USA and the UK, and they are pretty evenly split. Next up is Germany, followed by Canada and Italy. I spent $300 more on advertising compared to February. I've been testing out a few new ad campaigns, so that is the reason for the increase. That is also the reason for my ACOS being a little bit higher than usual, and it will take a while for me to optimize the new campaigns and to get them to a good ACOS. Now, if we head over to my subscriptions and expenses, there are no big changes from usual, except a little bit higher spend on Amazon advertising. If I take my expenses away from my royalties, I'm left with $4,408. Quite a big drop from February, but as I mentioned earlier, this was expected. And overall, the main thing is I am progressing over time, so I'm happy with the results. If you haven't checked out my new website yet, there are some pretty helpful blog posts that I think you will find useful. This one here is a post that I put together showcasing some of the best eye-catching color combinations for your book covers. There are 17 examples to look at, and I've included the hex codes for each color so that you can copy and paste it into Canva or whichever design program you use. There are many other helpful sections too, so if you have time, please go and have a look at those. I would love to get your feedback and suggestions on what you would like to see on there. All right, that is it for today's video. It's been a short and sweet one, but this is about all I can manage with my sleep being all over the place. I hope you have a prosperous April, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care.